The definition of smart is somebody who's intelligent, solves problems, and is technical.
But I find that that's a commodity.
True smartness is the ability to see around corners, to infer the unspoken and the unknowables, to be able to preempt problems before they show up, just because you feel the vibe.
The world's most influential leaders are all pointing in the same direction. They say the educational paradigm must be completely inverted. We cannot help but ask, why do our old algorithms collapse before advanced AI? And how do we become the true architects who lead the board? These are the very questions Dr. Philos has relentlessly pursued on the front lines of clinical education. Today, we begin the story of that answer. Take 5 minutes. Try it yourself. That's enough to test your thinking algorithm. Are you setting up equations? Or blindly plugging in numbers, hoping they fit? Trust me, it won't work. Not because you're not smart, but because the algorithm itself is the problem. Here is the unsettling truth. The way you just approached that problem is exactly how you work every single day. Accountants classify transactions and close the books. Developers write clean syntax and connect APIs. Doctors follow guidelines, lawyers cross-reference case law. Film technicians mix audio and execute workflows by the book. Finance, technology, medicine, law, the arts. Fields we thought were intellectual, creative, immune to replacement. And yet, do you see the pattern? That is exactly how you approach the puzzle. Asking, what digit does T represent? And working from there. Freeze existence first, then chase the answer. This is the noun-driven approach. Nouns freeze, but the world flows. Dr. Philos calls a fixed state stock, a moving relationship flow. The noun-driven approach, that is stock thinking. Stock thinking views the world through a rigid lens, as a mere collection of things already complete and fixed. An algorithm hyper-focused on the static state, constantly asking, what is this? Straining to find a preset answer inside a pre-built cage. And AI? It is the most perfect engine ever built for processing stock. Overnight accounting, completely automated. Coding and debugging, handled in real time. Scanning millions of precedents. Reading pixel-level changes in cancer cells. AI has already surpassed human accuracy. Even filmmaking. Color grading, audio mixing is now being claimed by machines. No errors. Faster, more accurate. Around the clock. In this fight, humans are built to lose. The static, noun-centric question, what is A, has always hit a wall. 400 years ago, Galileo smashed this fixed worldview. He saw a universe defined not by things, but by motion, by relationships. Other scholars asked, what is gravity? Galileo asked, how does it act? When an object falls, what is the relationship between time and distance? He didn't define static objects. He decoded how they interact, capturing the dynamic rate of change. He gave humanity a new algorithm to read a world in motion. And yet, we forgot that revolution. Our work, our education, still locked in a frozen prison of nouns, still obsessing over what is this? Now, as AI closes in, this 400-year-old insight becomes our only lifeline. Galileo found flow within a world of stock. The door he cracked open stands before us again, right now. The cipher that brought the world's most powerful AI to its knees. How does an ordinary third grader from Dr. Philos solve it?
There's a carry into the 10,000s place. Because of that, S must be exactly 1 greater than T.
Notice what happens. The child doesn't search for what T or S is. They look for the relationship.
Since there's a carry from the thousands place, R must be 5 or greater. And whether A in the hundreds place is odd or even depends on the carry from the tens place.
The gaze never stays fixed. It flows across columns, tracking how they influence each other.
D in the tens place, it could be 9 or 0. But looking at the ones place, we can tell D isn't 0. So D must be 9.
Every column examined. Now the clues converge.
If D is 9, then E is exactly 1 greater than R. R is 5 or greater, and E must be odd. So E is 7 and R is 6.
One lock triggers the next. No guesswork. The variables are pulled into a tight relationship, locking down simultaneously.
Now, filling in the remaining digits without any duplicates. T is 3, I is 8, S is 4. Done.
Asking, what is E, and plugging in isolated guesses? That's stock thinking. Noun-driven. Answer chasing. You circle the same spot until you're exhausted. But this child did something else. What is influencing E? What is the relationship between E and R? What effect does the carry have? That's flow thinking. Verb-driven. The gaze reaches outward in every direction. As conditions constrain each other, thousands of possibilities collapse at once. One single knot unravels, and the rest collapse in a beautiful chain reaction. This is why an ordinary third grader could outthink the most powerful AI in the world. The flow algorithm, the verb-driven way of seeing.